Good morning, afternoon, and evening from wherever you are watching from. Welcome to Belinda's Country Living. I'm Belinda here, and today I am fixing eye of round beef steak. Now this steak is a less expensive steak, which means it's going to be a bit on the tough side. So this beef round steak has to be cooked. Now I'm going to tenderize these steaks. I have 4 of them. Now I've already got 3 of them already tenderized. My hands have been washed. You see the little hose that I have put in there. I pounded them hose in there. So over here on this side, I'm going to show you how I use my little meat tenderizer, old-fashioned type, where you pound the meat and kind of just tenderize it. Let me see if I can bend you down here so you can see a little bit better. And all you do, I'm going to use both sides, and it will make a little noise. Let me move it over here. And you just poke some hose in it. You got to tenderize these beef round eye steaks, because if you don't, they will be tough. Just like that. And what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to sear them. I'll turn the burner on. So what you're going to need, get your skillet real hot. I'm going to use 1 medium onion, and I've got them kind of like in little chips. 1 medium onion. I'm going to use a tablespoon of minced garlic. And I am going to use some meat tenderizer. I will just sprinkle that on top of the steaks. Salt and pepper to taste. You're also going to need a carton of beef broth. And this is 32 ounces. When I sear the steaks on both sides for a couple minutes on each side, I am then going to sear the onions and the garlic together in about a tablespoon of butter. Then I will make my roux, the gravy. Then I'm going to transfer everything over to this large pot. It's an old-fashioned pot. I've had this for years, and it's called the economy cooker. It beats them old-fashioned pressure cookers where you have to have the gauge on top of the pot. I quit using them years ago. So, you're also going to need a little bit of flour, because I am going to flour these steaks. And let me get this. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Here in Indiana, it's supposed to be 60 degrees today. So I'm going to get these started. and put them in that pot, and they'll cook for about an hour, hour and a half. That's what's going to tenderize these round steaks. Like I said, they are a tougher piece of meat. They're from the leg portion, the back portion of the cow. Anyway, so let's go ahead and salt and pepper these steaks. And get down here some more. On both sides. Just like that. So while these are cooking in that pot, I'm going to go outside and pull some weeds out of my flower beds, and try to get a jump start before spring. I noticed yesterday that the tulips are starting to come up through the ground. Okay, so now we are going to put, about a tablespoon of butter. Let's turn this down to medium. To that butter, I'm going to add just a bit of oil. These are really good, but if you don't cook these steaks, they will be tough. Ugh. I always like to use my iron skillets. So we're going to just dip these in the flour on both sides. Whoops. Kind of give it a little shake. I did forget to put my meat tenderizer. This is what I'm doing, sprinkling meat tenderizer. You got to make sure your burner is down on low, or that butter will burn. Just like that, y'all. Can make a little bit of a mess. Okay, so when these are ready to flip over, we shall return. Okay, we are ready to turn these round steaks over. Been right at 3 minutes on the first side. You know, you don't want to rush these steaks. Okay, these are ready to take up. We're going to just lay these on a plate. And remember, these were right at around 3 minutes on each side. Now you want to rake all of that out of the bottom of that skillet. Do not disregard this, because this is what's going to make your gravy good. Now we're going to add about another tablespoon of butter to this. I'm going to have with this, I'm going to have buttered noodles, and I'm going to have baked beans. So as you can see over there, I got them ready to turn on as soon as all of this goes in to the pressure cooker. That way it'll all get done at the same time. Yeah, I got it going on today, I'll tell you. Because I want to be outdoors getting the things done while it's beautiful weather. Okay, so we are going to add about a tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic. And you want to watch this because you do not want this garlic to burn. We're going to add our onions. Just like that. Keep mixing this around. Keep stirring it. Like I said, you do not want that garlic to burn. Separate this onion here. And you're not going to cook these onions. You're just wanting to get the flavor from the onion and the garlic. You want to get all that flavor going on. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to add our round steak. Let's turn this up here. We are going to put the round steak in the pressure cooker. Turn you up here a little bit. There we go. As you can see, it's all in there. Now, if you're going to stay indoors and not go outside or anything, now you could fix all this in your skillet. But you would have to watch it, and occasionally you would want to stir it around. But I'm not going to be in here. I'm going to be outdoors, so that's why I want to put it in the pressure cooker. Okay, so we are going to take that out. It was just a few minutes. We're going to put the onions into the pressure cooker. Now, you know, you could also, if you have a crock pot, you could do this in a crock pot as well. But it will take longer. It may take 6 hours in the crock pot. Get that all out of there. All them onions. There we have it. Or get that off of there. Okay. So now we are going to add some flour. Kind of looks like I might have to add some more butter to that because we want to make the gravy. You just never know exactly how much butter or oil, whatever you're using. Some use olive oil. So now we're going to add the flour. At this point, you want to turn it all the way up. There's 1, 2, 3, and we want a lot of gravy. So we're adding about 4 heaping teaspoons of flour. Stir this around. Rake all of that from the bottom. And again, we're going to have to add some more butter. Butter's a little bit different than oil. I think butter has a tendency maybe evaporate. I don't know. But this is how I do it here in my kitchen. And you want to cook that flour, because if you don't, your gravy will have kind of a raw taste. Kind of mash it down. I like to use a spatula, because I can really get in there and mash it down. Okay, now we are going to add our beef broth. Now you do not want to salt this until it's all done, because beef broth does have a lot of salt, a lot of sodium. So here we go. Add a little bit at a time. Let's give that a good mix. And you know, you can add beef flavoring like kitchen bouquet to this if you want dark gravy, but you don't have to add nothing. This will give you the light brown color gravy. And boy, I'm telling you, this is good. This is how I make all of my gravy for whatever meat I'm cooking. Except for if I'm doing chicken, I will use chicken broth. Okay, now I got that all mashed in there. Now we just gotta wait for this to thicken. Now I'm going to switch over to a whisk. So yeah, we're going to have buttered noodles, this round steak, and some baked beans for dinner. And just let that simmer until it thickens. You can see the gravy is thickening very well. And now what we're going to do is we are going to pour this gravy over these round steaks in the pot. Now, as this cooks in the pot, the gravy is going to thicken some more. So let me turn the fire down off of that. And move you over here. And let's pour the gravy. Look at that. Get all that goodness out of there. Okay. I like to clean as I go. Now, it is the steaks are smothered in the gravy, just like that. The onions, oh, it smells so good. Now we're going to turn the fire back on. And we are going to add the lid. Now when this little flapper right here, I got it on high, and when that starts rattling rapidly, then I will turn the fire down and let it simmer for about an hour, and that will be done. So when this is done, I will get back with you. Okay, the beef eye around steak is done. So, let me show you here. Bend you down here. Let me show you here in the pot. It's a deep pot, so it's kind of hard for you to see. But look at that. The gravy thickened up. Now this took right at an hour in my little pressure cooker. That's why I love to use this. So while that was cooking, I was outdoors pulling some weeds, and dinner is ready to plate up. So let me plate this up, and I will meet you over the other side of the kitchen. Okay, I'm over on the other side of the kitchen. I'm here at my bar. I'm going to bring you down here and show you what's on my plate. So we have the steak. Now I cooked that for about an hour. I'm having baked beans and some buttered noodles. Usually you would want mashed potatoes with this and scoop up that gravy and put it on the mashed potatoes. But we've had mashed potatoes twice this week. So, getting pretty tired of mashed potatoes. So let's cut in. It's very tender. Let me show you the inside of this. Look at that. Wonderful. So, let's give it a taste test. What I did with my noodles, they're just simple bag noodles. And I smothered them in lots of butter and sprinkled some Italian seasoning on it. It's very tender, which I knew it would be. Oh yeah, very good. And Mom always said, don't talk with your mouth full. Okay. So, if you're all watching, I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing and viewing my channel. And if you would be so kind to leave a comment to let me know that you did stop by. And please, at least view 30 seconds of my video. If you don't have the time to watch the whole video, that's okay. But YouTube does credit you for 30 seconds and on. So I sure would appreciate it. And very good. As always, remember, oh my goodness, my sinuses are awful. Oh, I've been outside while this was cooking, and I've been pulling some weeds, and they kind of taste, they smell musty, them weeds. Oh my goodness. So as always, remember, your words are the snare of your mouth. You know, not only does it hurt others, but it also hurts yourself. So, again, always be kind in your words. Until the next video, may God bless and have a wonderful day.